guys, it's Luke here for Simbox. We're down at the University of Bolton Stadium for the Wasserman Show. Very special guest in the house, Bradley Rea. Brad, how are we doing?
I'm all good, thank you, mate. I'm all good, how are you?
Yeah, not too bad, mate. So obviously you've been out of the ring for a little while now with a bit of an injury. Give us a little bit of an update, Brad. Where are we up to? How far is a comeback off the cards?
Yeah, so fractured metacarpal in my last fight, so I'm not up until 2 weeks ago. I've not punched with the right hand. A bit of a rest over Christmas, and then I was hoping to get back into it and got it checked up on, and they said it was going to be a little bit longer, you know. So it's been frustrating. But I'm glad now, you know. I'm back in the gym, back punching my old fans, building up to sparring in a couple of weeks, and you know, in my head I've got maybe end of May, start of June as a time frame, and I think Boxer have said they're going to put us on a little 6-rounder. And then for me, you know, I'd like a couple of weeks later to get in a decent fight again, you know, throw myself back in the mix. Feel like I'm wasting enough time in this injury now. I'm ready to get back stuck in.
Absolutely. So how disappointing has it been not only dealing with a setback, the first loss of your career, but then injury and not being able to bounce back and, you know, put things right? I'm sure it's been a very frustrating time for you.
It was hard because with no injuries after a loss, I would have liked to get back in there straight away and just got back to winning ways. And you know, so I've had a lot of time to kind of dwell on the performance and dwell on the loss, and you know, kind of know it wasn't far from the best performance, and just put it all behind me now. Looking forward to getting back in there, getting back to winning ways.
Absolutely. You mentioned there that it wasn't your best performance, but that 9th round, Brad, how many times have you been back and watched that? As a viewer, as watched it as a neutral fan, it was spectacular to see. It must have been exhilarating being in the ring.
Yeah, you know what? I stood up there off the stool and I thought, get out into this one, don't I? And like I said, I come close, giving me best, but Tyler hung in there, and you know, credit to him, like I say, boxing great fight.
I think, you know, as close as that loss was, I think you could say it's kind of aged well, if you like, because Tyler's went on and he's done very well against Brad Balls. People are shouting for him to get a British title shot, so even in defeat, you've come out with your star shining. Still, it was a good fight against a good opponent, an underrated opponent, I think, and you obviously going to learn more from that than many of your previous fights.
Yeah, of course. Obviously, everyone's seen now how good Tyler was, and we knew going into that fight how good he was. You know, I knew it was a tough fight, but you know, it's always something for me that when I thought I was ready for the titles, I'd go for titles, and no matter who, you know, there's a lot easier fights that I could have had for an English title, but he was the champion at the time, and I felt like I was ready. And you know, I felt like it was the right decision. I still do, because I honestly do believe deep down on my day, you know, I could beat him. But like I say, learning against a much experienced fighter who's been there and done it. And you know, I've spoke to Tyler since, and he said the first 3 times he boxed for the English, he lost. You know, look at him now, like he's learning, and yeah, you know, that's what I mean. So I've just got to learn from that loss and come back better.
Absolutely. So you're saying no return, maybe the end of May, start of June, but how does a perfect 2023 play out for Brad Rea in an ideal world?
Yeah, like you say, get back to winning ways. And then, you know, I'd love a couple of weeks later to jump in a decent 10-round fight. Those Tyler's out on that Birmingham show, and I'm not sure if he's boxing for some kind of international title or whatever. If he vacates that English, you know, it's Tyler I'd love to go for, either just before the summer break or just after the summer break or whatever. Like, I want to get myself back in the mix.
Absolutely, Brad. Well, I'll let you get back to enjoying the show. I appreciate your time. We'll catch up again soon.
Nice one, thank you.